Timmy. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tunio back again. This time we're going to do a bit of a review. This time we've got Taito Milestones free. Just to get it out there, I was given this code as purpose of review, and nobody is reviewing this before it goes up on YouTube. It's just going to go up on YouTube. I can say whatever I want. So yeah, this is the third game in the collection, and the collections are basically a load of classic Taito arcade machines, or arcade games. So this collection has 10 games on it. I just want to get the price of this at the moment on Amazon and on the Switch store. At the moment is $34.99. So I think that's a pretty good deal really, price-wise, because I worked out the price per game if you were going to buy them off the actual store. You're talking about 58 quid. And I've noticed that one or two of these games I don't think are listed anymore. At least I couldn't find them when I looked. And basically I think it was Runak or Growl, Thunder Fox and Dead Connection, and Rastan Warrior 3 as well. I don't think they seem to be listed anymore, but maybe they weren't finding them when I was looking, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so the games you get in this collection are Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, you get the free Rastan games, you get Rastan Sega, Rastan Saga 2, and Warrior Blade, which is actually a scroll-along beat-em-up Rastan game. You get Champion Wrestler, which I'm pretty sure it's Rastan that's actually in it, even though his hair colour is slightly different. I'm pretty sure it's him. You get Kadash, you get Thunder Fox, you get Runak or Growl, and you get Dead Connection. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at all these games, and I'll tell you what I think of these actual games and what I think of the overall collection. So as these are all the arcade archive, we'll start off with Bubble Bobble. Arcade archive conversions, which are all pretty nice to be honest. There's only one complaint I have with the arcade archive releases, and it's a complaint I've always had with them. They're very good releases, they put a lot of work into it, but if you go to the options and you go, basically if I take that off, it's got a blur filter on it, like a bilinear filter, which blurs the pixels. I hate it. And you can put scan lines on this, as I'll show you now. So you can go to scan line type, so you can have soft or sharp. This one's actually got a few more options than the rest of the games actually, which is interesting. So picture design, so type. So basically we can have soft or sharp. So we're going to get sharp pixels because that's what we want. So if we go back now, we've got sharp pixels. Which is very nice, which is better. And if you go back to display, so you can see it goes blurry and then it goes sharp, and then we got scan lines. So with this one, you can actually have this. The releases are a bit weird. This one you can actually have nice scan lines and a sharp filter, because normally you get that, which blurs the image. Most of the other games, all the other games, you can't do it, and most of the releases you don't have this option. So whether these releases were done by slightly different people each week, I'm not sure. But this one is the one where you can turn the bilinear filtering off, which makes the scan lines look fantastic. Like if I cancel back now, so which makes the scan lines look brilliant, really nice, tidy scan lines. So, but obviously, I'm going to show you the game. I'm going to take the scan lines off. So yeah, not all their ports will do that, unfortunately, which is my one complaint. If they had perfect scan lines, these ports, they're fantastic anyway, just be honest. But with scan lines, that would be the cherry on the cake, like. So I'm going to do my buttons because the buttons are on Switch, so they're basically backwards. So I'm going to have this one as my bubble, and I'm going to have this one as my jump. So, yeah, Bubble Bobble. Bubble Bobble is an absolute classic. I have to admit, there's no going about it. This game is a classic old arcade game, which I absolutely loved as a kid. I used to play it all the time. This game is all over the place. It's basically you go Bob and Bob, and it's a one-screen platformer. I did put my buttons the wrong way round, but oh well, we'll just go with it. It's a one-screen platformer. and you got to work your way through each screen, and they progressively get harder and harder. Harder and harder enemies, and become more puzzle-like, the screens. This is a two-player game as well, as a lot of arcade games are. This music will just eventually just get in your head. There is secrets you get in this, like you get power-ups, like you can fire your bubbles further across the screen. You can also get fast firing. You can also bounce on the bubbles as well, and you can get like a faster shot where the shot will go quicker across the screen as well. There is things like secret levels and stuff, and there's like you'll probably see them now. There's little letters that pop up. You collect all the letters inside the bubbles for the extend. If you hold down jump, you can bounce off the bubbles. So there's various things you can do in this game, and there's like things like water and stuff you can use for getting extra points. And there's diamonds. There's all sorts of things. Your classic sort of one-screen platformer, which a load of games have just tried to beat over the years, but not many of them succeeded, to be honest. See, you spell out the words extend, and you get an extra life. So, anyway guys, that's Bubble Bobble. Absolute classic. You've probably played it before. So we're going to go back to the start screen. See, this collection starts off pretty strong. We've got Rainbow Islands, which is Story of Bubble Bobble 2, which is another arcade classic. This time it's not a single screen platformer, the screen actually does scroll up. So we're going to do the same on this. We're going to have a look if we got, let's have a look, filter. See, this is one of the ones that they come standard that don't have the filter. So if you've got no bilinear, and then you've got scan lines which don't match up, look. The scan lines are off, hence you get the bars, and the bilinear filter is always on, which is super annoying. But that literally is my only complaint about any of these ports they do each week. Apart from that, if they sort the scan lines out, I'd be so happy. But anyway, you get the idea. Pretty much it's going to be the same for every game. So we're going to go back. I'm going to do my buttons. So I want I got to get used to using switch. So that's going to be rainbows, and that's going to be jump. Yeah, so this is the second in the Bubble Bobble series. This one's a little bit different. They mixed it up quite a bit. It's like I say, 7 levels, plus there is secret levels. Whether this one has the extra version, which adds more and harder levels again. So the idea of this is you do your rainbows, you can actually walk on the rainbows. And you kill enemies by either hitting with a rainbow like that, or you basically jump and you hit the rainbow and the rainbow goes down and actually kills them. So what you'll do in this, you'll end up with a technique of doing this all the time. So this game, as in Bubble Bobble, got converted to loads of machines. There is a secret in this. You see I'm collecting coloured diamonds as different colours of the rainbow. I've got you can get double and triple shot, by the way. How the diamonds work, across the bottom of the screen is an invisible colour bar with the colours of the rainbow, and where the enemies fall at the bottom of the screen, it determines what colour diamond you actually get. So when you collect all the diamonds, you get the extra points at the end of the level. And if you collect, I'm gonna die here. And if you collect all the special bonus diamonds, or the big diamond in every level, you get a secret at the end. So basically you just work your way up. It's not a tower as such, but it acts like a tower, if you know what I mean. You can also walk on the rainbows like us. See, here's a red diamond over there because it fell on that side of the screen. So that's basically how the diamonds work in this screen. So the idea is you basically collect all the colours, and then you can just get to the end of the level. You haven't got to do it, but there is secrets and warps and stuff in this game as well. There is a couple of different interesting power-ups. There's one with wings, you can fly up the screen. And if you leave it too long, water comes up the screen and kills you. There is a big boss at the end of each level as well, which can be a little bit tricky to do. So once you've played this game for a while, you'll end up with this technique. Where same on this, like in Bubble Bobble, if you hold the jump button down, you'll bounce on the actual rainbows. So you can do that type of technique. Or you can do this type of technique. You get the idea, you fight your way to the top. I say this is another arcade classic. And a very nice version on here indeed. That's Rainbow Islands. I really like this game a lot, the same as Bubble Bobble. It used to be everywhere in the arcades back in the day, and I played this game a hell of a lot. So that's Rainbow Islands. So say the collection starts off pretty strong with 2 absolute classics. And then your third game is another absolute classic, which is Rastan or Rastan Saga. Or Rastan, as I've heard some people's calling it. But it's Rastan as far as I'm aware. So I'll do the same year. I'll just basically go into here and turn the screen filter off because the screen filter sucks. And then I will add my add my buttons. So I want sword and I want jump. So here we go. So it doesn't look like there's. Sometimes you get alternative versions of the games. So if I go back to the start screen a minute, if I go back on the actual console releases you download each week, sometimes there's alternative. You'll get like the Western and the Japanese version. On here it doesn't seem to have it. You seem to have just got one version. I'm assuming it's probably the Western version. And I don't think there's anything in here to change versions of the game. So you are stuck with the one version. Not in most of these cases, whether it makes that much difference, to be honest. I don't think Taito really changed their games much. Not like Konami, where they made them way harder. So this is another arcade classic, Rastan. The classic platform hack and slash. Very tricky game, indeed. Used to be everywhere back in the day, and I remember when I first seen this back in the day, I was just amazed how good this game actually looks. But as you'll find out, he's a big hulking warrior. He carries a sword. He can take a hit. He kills lots of things. He kills bosses, but he can't swim, so he dies. Which I always found was quite funny in these games. If he touches water, even if his toe touches it, that's it, game over. There sometimes is alternative ways to go in levels. And you can get extra weapons as well. This axe is quite useful. It's not super powerful though. The flame sword is pretty much the best weapon in this. There's little items you'll pick up as well, like you'll get energy back, you get little crystals for points, you get a ram's head, which is always the one you want, so that gives you all your energy back. You can jump and bounce off walls as well, which comes into play later on in the game. There's your flame sword. All weapons will run out, they're time based, so they will run out after a while. I say there's sometimes alternative ways to go through the levels. This game is like way easier with the flame sword. Oh, nice energy back. So once you run through the outside levels, on each one of these levels, apart from the last one, you eventually get to a castle. This game will take a lot of practice to get good at. As you see, you lose energy pretty quick. There was an interesting console version of this. It's not technically the same game. It is a little bit different. It's the Master System one. The Master System one is brilliant. I love the Master System version. Oh, I died. But anyway, you get the idea. Once you get through that level, you eventually get to a castle, and you've got to work your way through the castle to fight the boss. So yeah, another classic Taito arcade game. Very nice to see on this collection. So yeah, they did actually make 3 Rastan arcade games, which is shocking. Most people don't know about the third game. But yeah, Taito followed this one up, Rastan Saga 2. You're in for a treat here. This game is dreadful. It's got really cool music. It's got big... I don't know what happened when they made this, to be honest. It did get a conversion back in the day to the Mega Drive and the PC Engine. So this is a little bit of change from the original one. This game is like super jank. I do love the music on it though. It's a bit weird where it auto-fires, even the jump is auto-fire like. There was some odd choices. In making this game. I did finish the PC Engine one. I spent about a week doing it, learning it to get a 1 credit on it, and I gotta admit, I'll never get that time back. But the one thing I will say about the arcade one is the music is really nice in the arcade one. Soon Tata did a damn good job with the music on the second one. See, a very jank game. It was a nightmare at 1cc in the PC Engine one. There's a couple of weapons. The big sword is quite good. It's got weird sections where you gotta kill all these blocks. It's a bit strange, but you can also block up. You will need to do random blocks falling from the sky. This game, you can learn this game, but it's bloody hard. It's got a very dodgy jump later on in the game that'll look like it's impossible to do. So this is the first boss. The bosses ram you as well, as you can see. Unless you're prepared for them, you will get killed by a lot of the bosses. They do tend to sort of walk straight into you. So yeah, this is Rastan Saga 2. This game is dreadful, but it's how can I say it? It's a dreadful game, but for some reason I keep wanting to finish it. It don't make any sense. I don't know why. Like I said, I did get this game out of my system by finishing the PC Engine one. But, you know, you may like it, you never know. Anyway, that's Rastan Saga 2. We'll skip a game on the top here. We'll just do all the Rastan games in one go. So the next Rastan game is Warrior Blade. This is the one that a lot of people don't tend to know about. It's a scroll-along beat-em-up, a double-screen arcade game, very much like Darius in that sort of respect. It uses the two screens. I'm not sure if there was a free screen version of this as well. I could be wrong though. But two-player, as most arcade games, even Rastan 2 is two-player as well. So this one you get to use Rastan, you get to use the girl, or you get to use like a ninja character, Dewey. If you want Dewey. This game is pretty fun. It's quite interesting. It's all in German as well. So you basically can do his move. I like when you turn left and right. He does actually swap the sword around, and you can pick up other weapons as well. He's got a run attack. You can jump an attack, which is super useful and powerful. It's got a huge hitbox on it, as you probably noticed. It's like a trick you can do this. You can like jump through the levels a lot, attacking. Or you can slash them. You can also pick up the enemies and throw them and stuff as well. So at this point, once you've done that, you get to choose a level, and you can work your way through the 4 levels. And then I think there's a level in the middle end, if I remember rightly. You get dragon bits as well. You also get a bit where you're on the back of a horse slashing people. I like that it's all in German, because the barbarians were from Germania, which were basically, that's Germany. So it's a cool touch that everything is in German. I'm not sure what they're saying though. Inspiller, whatever that means. Oh, okay. So you do get a little bits like this in between levels sometimes. And then it goes back to the side scrolling. So it's an interesting beat 'em up, and quite a fun one as well. You can get energy back. You can also get a few extra weapons. You can get like an axe weapon, and you can pick up like a dead wizard. He comes back to life. You follow him, and if you slap him, he uses magic on a load of the characters. So it's also a good tip for this game. Get a few characters on screen and do a runner, and you can run to the end of the level. Or if you slap your wizard, the wizard will basically do spells on him. So that's not a euphemism. You have sometimes got to slap your wizard. Every time you pick up a wizard, they got slightly different magic as well. Follow this path. So this technique of running through the level actually works surprisingly well. And then you fight them all at the end. So yeah, you can dodge them quite a bit. Yeah, I'll throw him. Can't be slap my wizard again. Feeling the need. You can't take the wizard to the bosses. Some of the bosses are a little bit easy. But if you get in the right place, you can hit them and they can't hit you. Not sure the best place to hit this one, to be honest. But yeah, it's a fun scroll-along beat-em-up. I like it. Like I say, it's not an amazing game, but it is fun. So, that one is Rastan. Third game, Warrior Blade. So it's quite nice to have that in this collection. I don't think it's been released anywhere else before. So let's go for the one game that I'm not really fussed on yet, is the wrestling game, even though it's not terrible. I'm just not really into wrestling games. So it is Rastan. Miracle Rastan. So let's keep with the theme. Let's go with Rastan. He's got blonde hair now, mind. Perhaps he's dieting. Perhaps he's bleaching it. I don't know. Yes, you get to play a wrestling game with Rastan. This game does play quite well, actually, for a wrestling game. I've never seen this in the arcade. Get that leg up. You can do a run and attack as well. Two buttons together, I think. Jump on top of them. You can pick enemies up off the floor and spin them around as well, which is quite funny. Yeah, here we go. Oh, he power drive me. Okay, this could be bad. I'm off back in here. It's not a bad little wrestling game, to be honest. Like I say, they're not really my bag, but come on, got to wiggle the joystick. Yeah, get that power up. I win. Some of the pictures at the end of the matches are quite funny. Samurai. So you get the idea. It's a wrestling game with Rastan, various other characters. It's a bit of fun. It's not particularly a game I like that much, but it's alright. It's alright to have it on the collection. I can't complain. It's my least favourite game on this collection, definitely. Right, so this is Kadash. This is an unusual one. I think it's basically an adventure game, sort of. An action-adventure game for the arcades. It did get a release on the Mega Drive and the PC Engine one. The Mega Drive one's okay, but the PC Engine one's definitely the best. Didn't look as good as the Mega Drive one, mine, but I do like this game quite a bit. I've always wanted to try and 1cc the arcade one. I remember I first seen this in an arcade in Cardiff, and there was two guys always just sat there playing it, trying to play through it. So basically, you go around, talk to people. And there's certain people you do have to talk to. And then you got to work your way through the levels, find the boss. Some of the levels are tricky. You got to do not backtracking as such, but you can backtrack if you want to. And there's item shops. There's inns where you can stop and heal, and there's weapons to pick up as well. So basically, this is the first section or the first dungeon. There is a leveling up system in this game as well. And you do need money to buy weapons, armor, and items like the what's it called, the herb that gives you your energy back, and the potion that stops you from being poisoned. So what you can do on this game, depending on time left, you can hang around and hog to go up a few levels, which will make your life a lot easier. Each character is quite different as well. That's level 1 already. So I found you can hog up to about level 3 quite easily. Maybe level 4 if you want to risk it. These bats, as in most video games, are super highly annoying. If you get trapped in the water, you will get hit every couple of seconds. So it gets tricky sometimes on when you're on the slope. Always like this arcade game though. You can dodge these by going up here. Spiders. Oh, damn, I get poisoned by the spiders now. Oh, great. You do have to learn this game. There's lots of little hazards and stuff you need to sort of learn how to get past. It's quite a long game for an arcade game. I can't remember exactly how long it'll take you to finish it, but go on, come down. Ah, I got killed. That's the first boss. I quite like the ninja character because he fires ninja stars. He's not super powerful, but he's good for shooting stuff from a distance. So that's Kadash. I really do like Kadash, especially the PC Engine version. They refined the PC Engine one. It plays a bit faster, and you can skip the dialogue a little bit faster, but it doesn't look as good. Yeah, so Kadash is a cool game. This is another decent game as well. This is Thunder Fox. I think this is Taito's answer to Russian Attack. Oh, hang on, I've got to take that filter off. I keep forgetting it's not, it's a button to press start, not stop. So this is your action platformer basically. It's quite a good game, it is. I like this game. It's actually got a Mega Drive release as well back in the day. You can pick up weapons, which is quite nice. I gotta sort these buttons out, they're all over the place. So yeah, you get random weapons as well as hitting enemies. The gun is quite good. I like the music as well, it's cool. So this game is pretty much like Russian Attack. The old Konami game. I think I've only ever seen this once back in the day. I used to have a shop by me. Like you pull down, you can do the roll. Look at that for extra ammo. Okay, you sneaky. It's quite handy, you can hit him when you jump up. Oh, kill me. So this would be a fun game to learn and go through. I've never finished this either. Right. Pick up those grenades. So that's the first level. This is where you get a little bit of a shoot 'em up section here to sort of break up the action, which is quite cool. And they give you a nice auto fire as well, which is nice. So, as you get the ideas, you know, it's a pretty fun game, pretty good action game. I quite like it. It's a nice one to have on you as well. So now we got Runak, or Growl, as it was known in the West. Or was it Growl in Japan and Runak in the West? I can't remember. I always know it as Growl. This is another scroll-along beat-em-up. The only thing special about this, I should say, was big explosions and lots of characters on screen at the same time. This was never a really pretty game in the arcade, and it was 4 players as well. I always quite liked the arcade version of this. It did get a Mega Drive game, but it was cut down quite a bit. Basically, you're fighting against the hunters to save all the animals. Like I say, you can blow the crap out of all sorts of things in this game. So it doesn't have like a huge amount of moves, but it's not a bad arcade game. Just not like special or anything, but fun, cool game to have on you. It was cool that they ended up putting a lot of characters on screen at once. Those naughty hunters. That's it, she's getting blown up. We'll run away. There is a special attack as well, as you've seen. 2 buttons together like you do in a lot of arcade games. I do like the sheer amount of enemies and stuff on the stage on this. Oh yeah, come on. So there's no run or anything like that on this. Just 2 buttons, nice and simple. So it's a pretty fun little beat 'em up, especially if you've got more than 1 person. Stomp on him. So another game they used to have the shop by me, like, and I used to see quite often in the arcades. I think it was reasonably popular back in the days, or it was everywhere anyway. So like most belt scrollers, you end up getting to a fight a boss at the end. I don't know how many characters you end up getting on screen at once here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least about 10. Which is quite impressive for a game like this back in its day. Got a crazy fast punch as well. Come on, I want the grenade. Get lost, whip. We got the idea. That's Runak or Growl. Not a bad game. Nothing like special, but still quite fun to play, right? So we're on to the last game on here, which is Dead Connection. This is an interesting one. This is pretty much an arena shooter, but set in sort of like the 1920s. And you got to basically shoot so many enemies on a level, and then you get a boss, kill the boss, get to the next level. It's quite a decent game. No one I ever seen back in the arcades.
Don't let us down.
So you got a little guy in the bottom, as you'll see in a minute. You can pick up little weapons and stuff as you go along as well. So got an automatic. This game will sort of auto-aim a little bit for you as well. And if you're in trouble, you can dive out the way. You can see it auto-aiming a little bit. You push roughly in a direction, and it'll shoot to the side. Oh. You can get NG back as well. It does give quite a bit of NG up, actually. Oh, shotgun kicks ass. Right, here we go, then. Boss time. Kicked ass. Yeah, so basically you just go on to the next arena. I don't even know if this did actually get a Western release or not. Goes out the way of that car. I got a life up, man. It's a fun little game, this. I like that they did little sprites and made it like quite a big arena. So you can take people out by jumping into them as well. I'm going for that. Gets tricky when they're on different sides of the screen. Got it. So, that's Dead Connection. Quite a fun little game. 2 players, as you see. With you boss hiding. 50 enemies you got to shoot in this one. So yeah, so that's pretty much the Taito Milestones free. So what I think of this collection, the emulation is damn good because it's Arcade Archives that did it. And like I'm saying, it's 35 quid to buy on physical, or you can download it off the store, whichever you want to do, same price. And if you work out the price of the games, so they normally go for, which is like $5.79, you're talking like 58 quid's worth of games. But obviously there may be 1 or 2 on there that you may not want. But yeah, so as I say, Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands and Rastan Classics. Rastan Sega 2 is terrible, but I don't know why I keep playing it. Championship Wrestler is not great, but it's a bit of fun. I really like Kadash. I really like Thunder Fox. Runak is not the most fantastic scroll-along beat-em-up, but it's a reasonably fun game. I do like Warrior Blade, and I like Dead Connection as well. So all in all, I think this collection is well worth picking up. If you like the look of these games, or you've never played them before, it's like most Taito games. Taito did make some classics in the arcades. So yeah, it's a nice collection and definitely worth picking it up. And I'm going to keep an eye out for sales on the first collection and the second one. The first collection has got really old Taito games on it, so I'm not too bothered about the that one. But Taito Memories 2 does have Darius and stuff on it, so even though I got it already, but I haven't got it on Switch. It does have some nice games on the second one as well. So yeah, definitely recommended collection, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the review, guys. So I'll catch you soon. Bye now.